You're recording this on your phone. Nothing special, just a normal Saturday at the zoo with your kids. But when you play back the footage later that night, you notice something in the background that makes your stomach drop. Every single monkey in that enclosure is staring directly at your camera, not at you, at the camera. And they've been doing it for the past 40 minutes without moving. That's where this story begins. The Hartwell City Zoo had been open for 60 years. Families trusted it. Kids grew up with it. But in the spring of 2024, something changed inside the primate house that nobody could explain. And by the time the staff understood what they were dealing with, 3 visitors had already been hospitalized. It started small. Zookeepers noticed the monkeys were quieter than usual. Not calm quiet, empty quiet. The kind of silence that feels wrong in a space that's supposed to be alive. Then came the patterns. The animals would move in synchronized formations, stopping at the exact same moment, turning their heads in the exact same direction, as if responding to a signal no human could hear. Senior keeper Marcus Delvane had worked with primates for 19 years. He told investigators afterward that he knew something was deeply wrong when the capuchins stopped eating but showed no signs of illness. They would sit perfectly still for hours, eyes wide open, watching the visitors with an intensity that made grown adults visibly uncomfortable. Then the attacks began. The first incident involved a child who pressed too close to the viewing glass. The monkey on the other side didn't react with fear or aggression the way animals normally do. It waited, it calculated, and when the moment was right, it moved with a precision that the veterinary team later described as completely inconsistent with normal primate behavior. By the third incident, the zoo was shut down. Animal behaviorists were brought in. Veterinarians ran every test available. The monkeys were physically healthy. Neurologically, however, something was firing that shouldn't have been. The electrical activity in their brains showed coordinated spikes that were occurring simultaneously across every animal in the enclosure. Simultaneously, not close together, at the exact same millisecond. That finding broke the scientific framework the team had been using to explain everything away, because that level of synchronization doesn't happen in nature. It can't, unless something is producing a signal, unless something external is reaching into their nervous systems and pulling strings that belong only to them. The investigation led researchers down a path that blurred the line between environmental science, neurology, and something much darker. Beneath the monkey house, workers found a series of chambers that predated the zoo itself. Inside those chambers were materials that shouldn't have been anywhere near a primate enclosure, and deep in the lowest chamber, they found evidence that something had been there recently, something that understood animal neurology well enough to weaponize it. The full story of what lived beneath Hartwell Zoo, what it wanted with those monkeys, and why it specifically chose the primate house is something you are not ready for. But you're about to find out.